I'm saying? I'm back at it again. It's VG the Junkie. We is reacting to the Scariest Kids Show by DerekFDB. Now it's looking like it's Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now I ain't gonna lie, bro. There was a lot of scary stuff in them episodes, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm already knowing, bro. I was getting goosebumps every time I watched that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was Courage the Cowardly Dog, and it was another show. I forgot what the show was. But every time something popped up, bro, I was scared for my life. I ain't want to watch it no more, man.
So the other day I made a video talking about some shows I loved as a kid. And reminiscing on all those old shows that brought joy to me, reminded me of one that brought fear to me. I know everything scared me as a kid, but this was different, okay? Because this show
now everything scared me as a kid, bro. There was this book where there was a girl, she had colored stripes all over her, man. That was scary. There was this tap dancing book where like they had no faces but they was tap dancing. That was scary. Like I was scared of everything, man. I was scared of butterflies too. Yo, gang, them butterflies was butterflying, my. Why is you flying like that, gang? That was scary, man.
Not only scared me, but it also scared millions. And that show was Courage the Cowardly Dog. If you never watched this show, what's wrong with you? Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be going over Courage the Cowardly Dog, and I'll be going over 3 of the scariest episodes from the show. And in the end, I'll go over the scariest Courage episode I've ever watched. So y'all know the drill. Grab your popcorn.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't watched Courage in a minute, so but I do remember like I think he showed it, but it was like the standing that zigzag shit. Oh yeah. Stop playing with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I thought that bit was gonna suck me into this like scene so I could like stare right in front of my face, man. Get traumatized for the rest of my life.
It's your stuffed animal and try not to. First episode.
You thought you got me this time? You ain't get me this time.
I'm gonna let y'all know now. Every time they play this episode, I just leave my living room. Straight up.
Yeah,
this episode starts with us seeing my boy Courage and his family trying to plant a flower in the middle of the night. I ain't no gardener, but is that optimal? And since they live in the literal middle of nowhere, which is pretty much a desert, it don't want to grow. They even tried doing some seance to help, but nothing. And it ain't a Courage the Cowardly Dog episode without Eustace complaining. He starts saying he's done trying to plant stuff, that he's never trying again. I mean, how many times did y'all try for y'all to be doing these
I ain't gonna lie, how did the grandma like put up with this nigga, bro? Like, let's be honest. Like, there was no reason for him to act this cranky. Like, I get it, you old, you got no teeth left, you know what I'm saying? And your body aching every second, but like, damn, nigga. Your grandma still, like, your wife still optimistic about shit, bro. She's still nice. You know what I'm saying? She's still living good. That's why she got so much meat on her bones, bro. With her thick ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's so happy and you just angry all the time, man. It make no sense, bro. She could have been with a real nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I would've tell you.
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
Seances and blood sacrifices and stuff. We then cut back to the crib and we see Muriel doing dishes. You know, chilling, scrub-a-dub-dubbing. When she hears a voice telling her to gag out. And Muriel thought it was just her age. She thought she was senile. But no, it was real. The kitchen drawers and utensils and food start going everywhere. Looked like it was a poltergeist in the crib. Even Eustace wasn't safe. Before he could hop in the bath, the bathroom wall started breaking down. Water going everywhere. Look at Eustace cry. What could have been causing this? Well, after they fall into the basement of the house, Courage, Eustace, and Muriel look up to see a giant floating head. This is the spirit of the Harvest Moon. And he used to scare the boo.
I know I watched this episode before.
He always reminded me of an evil version of the floating head from Power Rangers. Is it just me? And it actually scarred me. The dark eyes or lack of eyes, his glowing white skin, and there was something about his face being saggy that just threw me off. No joke, he's in my top 5 scariest spirits on TV. Right below Code from Avatar. That'd be terrifying. He's here to tell them to get the hell out. Get out! Why? Because Eustace doesn't respect the land they live on. Come on. Now why we gotta punish everyone for one dude's mistake? That ain't fair. I used to hate when they did that in school. Off topic, but I remember back in high school, I was on the track team for like a month. And this one time we were running a 5K, which was already horrible. That's like 3 miles. And when we finished, one of the captains told us we had to run it again. All cause this one kid in the back was just running too slow. Man, we were all
like, they always try to use that teamwork stuff. Like, bro, yo, gang, if we doing this as a team, why don't you run with us, coach? Why don't your fat belly ass run with us then, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Since we doing this as a team, you part of the team too. You know what I'm saying? Last time I checked, nigga, I promise you, they not gonna do it because they not like that, man. And I hated that shit, bro.
And the kid felt really bad about it, like really bad. Even I feel bad looking back on it now because we jumped the out of him after practice. The spirit does give them a chance though. He tells them they can stay in their home if they manage to grow a plant. Okay, that's not that bad. By midnight, This is another one of those things that scared me in this
Midnight
episode.
type
They're
crazy.
expected to revive a dead plant by midnight and it's
type
11:50.
crazy,
I'm
bro.
like 8 years old
10
watching
minutes.
this. My mind immediately goes to, what if this guy was in my crib? I don't know how to grow a plant in 10 minutes. I don't know how to grow a plant, period.
Me
And I
neither,
even
bro.
know division yet? I knew if he spawned in my crib, it would have been rapture.
Yeah, it
I
would've
mean,
been cooked.
even these dudes barely
I would've
made
told
it
him
out,
to take my
'cause
soul
Eustace
away, bro.
was still refusing to even try to plant.
You
So
see what I'm
Courage
saying,
does
bro?
what he
Look at
normally
him.
has to do and tries to save his family.
Like,
And
bro,
was
he just
putting-
carry. Like, he always carrying. My dog Courage was really putting shit on his back for no reason, man. Cause of that old ass cranky ass nigga, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, he was doing this. This nigga a dog. He ain't even setting out a word, bro. He a dog doing this, not knowing any type of human words, gang. Stop it.
out all the stops on this plant, giving it light, serenading it, a blood transfusion. Nothing was working. See, he messed up. He ain't giving mouth to mouth. Courage tries to run inside and use a leaking valve for water, but Baldy over here was practically melting their house, so the water turned into sand. But Courage had one more idea. He takes advantage of the heat and uses Eustace's sweat to water the plant, and it works.
Oh,
The
that
plant
did work.
grows.
Oh,
Eustace
okay.
takes all the credit for it, but the spirit was satisfied. See, this one wasn't that bad because it had a good ending, but I can't say the same for the rest of them. Next one is,
Freaky Fred. I remember
just
that
off the name
ugly ass
alone,
nigga,
you know
man.
it's gonna be something weird. Now this episode,
Like,
didn't
yo, gang, you have Fred as a name, and you got Freaky before the Fred, my nigga. Come on, man. You was like top 5 worst characters to ever exist, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Freaky Fred, they fucked you over.
didn't
Like,
make me run away from my TV or anything like the last one, but it left me feeling uneasy, unsettled. This one starts with some creepy narration on the bus by this shadowy figure talking about how naughty he is. What the? This dude is Fred, Muriel's nephew. And I already know I'm gonna get Unk jokes, but he really makes me grateful for my niece and nephew. Because this dude is weird.
Yeah,
According
that's
to
a nephew?
Eustace, he's a freak.
oh yeah.
Not that kind. Eustace says he's a freaky guy who owns a freaky barbershop where he does who knows what, but it's probably freaky. And
Oh,
Eustace-
you know what? You know what he do? You know what he do? You know what I'm saying? He be Now he be going crazy in the barbers, man. You know what I'm saying? I know he tried to give Eustace a thug shake fucking cut, and he wasn't fucking with it, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest.
This was something we could finally agree on. Says he doesn't want that freak anywhere near his home. Yeah, I don't blame you. Because when we finally see how this dude looks, oh my goodness. Y'all know me. I hate to judge off appearances. Even in this show, they taught us not to judge a book by its cover. Remember that one episode with the super ugly hunchback dude? He was chopped. This dude, he may not have the
Why they did
hunchback.
like that,
He
bro?
got that mad scientist hair, lanky, slender arms. Are his eyes green? And then the worst thing off his appearance was his smile. Oh my goodness. Every time he saw someone, especially Courage, like, why are you
come on,
looking
bro.
at Courage like that?
Yeah,
He
yo,
always
like-
revealed those janky teeth.
Ugh,
I mean, no
man.
surprise there. They said he's British. But, come
yeah.
on, bro. Looks like you be chewing on cinder blocks and smoking cigarettes
Come
for a
on,
living.
bro. His
Big
hairline looking
smile,
like mine,
Looks
too.
he
That's
swallowed a whole
crazy.
watermelon. But his smile wasn't the only thing that was off about him. We also know he's a barber. And there ain't nothing inherently wrong with being a barber. You know, there's different passions in the world. Some people
Type-
like
type
making
shit,
art,
type
making
shit.
music, making food. I mean, bro, I come from a race of people who can be 3 things. A baseball player, a deadbeat father, or a barber. So it's perfectly fine with me if someone likes cutting hair. But Fred, he really likes cutting hair. To the point where it seems like it's some sort of fetish or kink for him. I'm
we
not
already
even
know
joking
about
either.
him.
I understood this as a kid watching this. They played that creepy, cheerful music when he was fantasizing or reminiscing on cutting hair. During his flashbacks, you would see him get all geeked to see hair. Like, bro, he's
well,
sweating
why
from
he's
excitement.
sweating?
You know
Is
how
that
excited you gotta be
grease?
for it to make you nervous?
Is that
This ain't
grease?
regular. And once I heard him say that line about how he gets in a certain mood, I knew what kind of stuff he was
yeah,
on.
we already
That
know.
episode ends with
I
Fred
told
getting
you, it's
arrested
that
after
thug
Courage
shit.
gets trapped in the bathroom with him of all places. Trapped in the bathroom with a random relative.
Oh, nah.
Not a vibe.
Oh, nah.
And he shaves off all of Courage's hair, leaving a message on Courage's butt. With love, Fred. Yeah, this dude is a freak. But floating
Nah,
white
why they
heads
did
and
him
freaky
like that?
dudes named Fred have nothing on the last one I'm about to go over. This one. This is the one that made me and
Yeah,
everyone
I'm
else who
already
watched
knowing
the
that
show
was
growing up have nightmares.
that
Like,
was
I don't
scary.
remember the first
I
time I
know
peed
this
myself,
episode.
but I do remember the
I
last
know
time.
I watched
It was when I
too.
watched
I was
this
scared for
episode
my life.
last week. This episode starts different than the other two. It opens up and we're in the middle of a police chase. You know how desperate or bored them cops gotta be to chase someone into the middle of nowhere? There could be
like, come
someone
on,
getting
man.
robbed in your city right
Like, come
now.
on, man. It don't
Like
be that
some
serious.
NYC MTA cops.
Facts.
Priorities all the way messed up. The people or animals, I should say, being chased are these 2 cats. I always put in cats into stuff, trying to send shots. And why are they being chased? Well, apparently the cops from earlier had a right to be this desperate because these 2 stole a precious artifact. And this thing must
What's
have
the
been
artifact,
very
though?
precious because one of the cats gets the bright idea to bury it out of fear of being caught with it. I don't really see the point in this. Like, was it weighing y'all down?
Damn, nigga, what was the point of all that then, bro? Like, shit, my nigga, like, you just, okay.
A car. That freaking 2-foot hat you got on looks like it'll weigh you down more. But whatever this thing they were burying was, it must have had some bad juju on it or something. Because the second these two cats get back in the car and are about to take off, the road becomes foggy. A mysterious figure appears. And they get packed up. Yeah, some bugs spawned in, surrounded their car, and they were gone. Like, who's responsible for this?
They don't went to the underworld
where these two
again.
cats, R.I.P., buried this artifact was right across the street from Courage's crib, where we see the next morning, Courage digs it up. See, this is why I'm feeling bad for Courage at some point. He been through too much to still be doing all this curiosity.
That's what I'm saying.
Stuff.
Like,
he
come
brings
on,
the
man.
Thing he dug
Come
up
on,
back
you
to
too
Eustace and Muriel,
curious.
and we all know Eustace's miserable self never liked anything new in his life, so he immediately throws it out.
Hey, see, but look, I respect him for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, I see some dumb ass shit like that too. I'm throwing it out too. Like, sometimes, like that nigga Eustace, he really be talking. Like, he really be like spit. He really be doing shit that I would do. But most of the time, I say like 98% of the time, it's like, damn, nigga, get your grumpy ass on somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Eustace is complaining about Courage. You stupid dog. The news comes on the TV talking about this priceless artifact that was stolen by these two criminals. I'm sorry, I know this is off topic, but what's up with all these dudes having the syndrome chip? Turns out, though, the artifact that these dudes stole was not trash like Eustace said. It was actually priceless, worth millions. And Eustace may be a miserable old man, but he truly is a paper chaser. Because the second you heard moolah, bread, money was involved, he went and retrieved it. But this was a mistake, because Eustace wanting to keep the slab was triggering something in it. Something dark. Luckily, though, this ginger mustache fellow comes by to retrieve the slab and stop this potential thing from being triggered. And you know Courage was in full agreement. He started hitting his...
See, the thing is, like, I would have gave it to him, but they would have had to give me some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my fault that it just so happened to be in my house, gang. You know what I'm saying? It was an accident. It accidentally came into my house. So you gonna accidentally give me my money, fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can't say you just gonna retrieve it. You gonna have to give me some cash for it. You know what I'm saying?
Just starts asking the dude how much bread he's trying to offer for the slab. And unfortunately for Courage, this dude wasn't offering any money. Just
like
a tote
crazy.
bag. Like, what the?
Crazy.
Do I look like a Midtown Manhattan?
On me.
Eustace declines, but I would have taken that tote bag a million times over what came next. Because later that night, while Eustace is rocking back and forth, imagining all the things he'd buy with the money, they hear the door rattling. Eustace goes outside to check what's going on, and this moment.
Damn, gang, you're not gonna look through the screen?
Traumatized me,
nigga, open the door.
Brother, your mama, and anyone else who watched this show. Eustace goes to check what's happening and sees this thing. This 3D, 4K resolution, 3 strands of hair having mummy. Yo, I can't explain to y'all how unsettling it was watching this as a kid.
I know, bro. I remember that, bro. Oh my lord, I was scared for my life. I know I was, bro. Like, cause I can't forget about anything that I was scared of watching or looking at when I was a kid, bro. Like, every scary thing I remember and I hate it.
Mind you, this was playing the latest, like 5 p.m. But it still terrified me so much I'd have to cover my eyes.
Like,
I don't know if it was his voice, the whole the way he was moving his body, or both. But this dude was too much. He tells Eustace if he doesn't return the slab, he will be cursed and visited by 3 plagues.
Another thing about Eustace, like Eustace and fucking the grandma, you know what I'm saying? Her sexy ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? They was not scared most of the time, bro. They was really chilling. Like, is that how it's gonna be when I'm older? Like, when I'm old and I see some scary shit right in front of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say Sasquatch is coming here and he trying to dick a nigga down. You think I'm just gonna be like, man, you know what? Fuck it. Might as well. You know what I'm saying? Might as well dick me down. Or you think I'm gonna be scared for my life and try to run with my old ass? You know what I'm saying? That's a really good question.
Give me the heebie-jeebies remembering it. But Eustace don't care about that. He then starts asking the mummy how much he gonna pay for the slab. And the mummy straight up ignores Eustace asking that. Which, y'all know what that means. Broke boy, you ain't nothing but a broke boy. Eustace slams the door, and that mummy did not waste time. He immediately starts flooding their home, from the basement to the first floor to the attic. Look at Eustace, had enough time to grab a freaking snorkel before he even thought about helping his wife. Courage thankfully swims to the basement and pulls out the plug, but it wasn't over. That was only the beginning. The next plague was ear-screeching music. And this one may not have sounded like a big deal to me when I was a kid, because all early 2000s music was great. But in 2025, this would be horrible. Imagine Cardi B blasting out like 210 decibels. Oh my goodness, that'd be torture.
It depends on what
eventually
song,
finds
I
a
ain't
solution to that plague too, but Eustace still didn't want to give up the dang slab.
Damn,
Eustace
nigga,
still
just
not
give it
complying,
back.
came the third plague. And King Ramsey aside, this is the scariest part of this episode. The third plague was a swarm of bugs. I know some of y'all right now are like, oh, seriously? Bugs are scary? Yes, they are. Have y'all seen how a swarm of bugs looks?
Imagine like 100,000 mosquitoes or 100,000 bees or 100,000 ants just coming at you, gang. Yo, gang, you gonna be scared for your nigga. Your body is not gonna be here in the next 30 seconds, my nigga. They gonna suck the blood out of you. They gonna eat you alive, my nigga. It's cooked, gang.
Look, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be locusts too. So this is like biblical. The bugs, just like they did earlier to those two cats, R.I.P., ravaged through everything. And Eustace, with no other choice, says maybe it's time to let go of the slab. So Courage takes it and tosses it, and it stops. Everything's okay. It's looking like a happy ending.
Yeah, it took you about damn
had to go
time.
and mess it up. Since all the plagues were over, he tells the mummy he don't got any more tricks left in his bag. So technically, the slab is his, which sounds smart, but then you remember he can just run it back. The episode ends with Courage and Muriel chilling in the broken crib, and Eustace now trapped in the same slab that he was
that's all
feeding.
you, nigga.
I think there's a metaphor here, but
that's all you,
I don't
nigga.
really feel like it. That was pretty much all the Courage episodes I found really scary, at least as a kid. As an adult, the scariest ones are definitely the Butcher Pig one and the Perfection one. Made my skin crawl. Comment down below the ones you guys found the scariest. And before you go, I'm also thinking about doing a confessions video. I've seen some people I enjoy watching do the same with their community, so I thought it'd be fun to do it with you guys. I'm gonna leave a little Google form.
I'm gonna go do that too, chat. Y'all make y'all confessions. You know what I'm saying?
Chill out.
I'll do that. I'll do that in the future.
No need to worry about waking up to banging on your door at 2.
That is a fact.
So yeah, fill it out pretty,
You know what I'm saying?
please.
Go crazy.
Moral of the story.
Go crazy. Courage is that
Jumped
nigga.
the frick out of him after
Courage is that nigga. Courage is that nigga. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. You know what I'm saying? But